Okay, here's a tutorial on how to shoot continuously using this camera. It's the Yi4K Plus action camera. We have two options to shoot continuously on a long period. We have the option to use 4 GB files or 30 GB files. If you use the 30 GB option, then you will have one single MP4 file which is 30 GB, but that creates a problem in case if you have a larger than 32 GB memory card, let's say a 64 GB like this one, then you will have only half of that capacity filled up. So out of 64 GB, the camera will fill up only half of that, and then you have to create another video, and that will fill up the next half part of the memory card. Okay, but if you use the camera, let's say for long shooting, bird watching or surveillance or whatever you want to do with it, then you don't want to press the shutter button once again to capture another video, but instead you should set up the camera to use 4 GB files. These are almost 4 GB. Okay, and in this manner the camera will fill up the entire memory card. I just deleted the thumbnail files, and that's why not this one, but that one, properties. I deleted the thumbnail files, and that's why it's not filling the entire card. It says 3 GB are free on this card. Okay, and I'm importing the videos here into Vegas Pro. The playhead is at the end of the clip, and it says 5 hours and 35 minutes. So the camera, the Yi4K Plus, was able to shoot a 5-hour and 35-minute video broken up into pieces, but of course it was plugged into a power source, into an external battery through the USB cable, because just by using the internal battery it will create, let's say, a 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours video instead of 5.5, almost 4 hours, almost 6 hours video. Okay, so let's show that one also. Let's unplug the power, press the power button to start the camera. Okay, and I set it to the lowest quality, 1080p, and only 24 frames per second. Okay, so press the wheel. Here you can see the resolution. The resolution is at the lowest. We have lower resolutions also, but those are using higher frame rates, 60 frames per second and so on. Okay, let's go back, and I lowered the quality also. Video quality is set to low. Okay, and let's see what else I modified. The file size, that's the most important one in order to fill up the entire 64 GB memory card. The file size is set to 4 GB. If you use the max value, then that will create a 30 GB file, and thus it will not fill up the 64 GB memory card. Okay, so that's the most important one, 4 GB, use that one. And I think that's about it. The brightness was set to low, but of course the camera is it was powered externally through another battery. LEDs were turned off, and that's it. So lower the quality, set the file size to only 4 GB, and thus it can shoot 5 hours of video. As we can see here, 5 hours and 35 minutes. If you use a larger card, then if it's, let's say, 128 GB, I'm not sure if that one is supported by this camera, then probably it will shoot a 10-hour video.